To begin today's video, we actually do pick up with Danny Ketch being Ghost Rider. Now, with that being said, we do see him attacking a small group of thugs. And the reason why, because this small group of thugs had apparently attacked a young woman. And so to Ghost Rider, he feels like she deserves to be avenged. And so he went on a hunt to find these thugs to basically make them go through the same pain they caused her by giving them a penance stare. Now, with all that happening, that is the moment you have the police arrive. And so, of course, we do get a few pages where you have the police trying their best to arrest Ghost Rider, which of course for them is impossible. Now, I do want to mention one more thing about Danny Ketch and Ghost Rider. When it comes to Danny Ketch and Ghost Rider, basically it's a whole new persona, meaning that when Danny Ketch is Ghost Rider, he is not in control at all. It's not him going around as Ghost Rider attacking bad people. It's a different persona. Now, when he does change back into Danny Ketch, he does remember everything. But of course, when he is Ghost Rider, he is not in control at all. Now, we do jump over to another group of thugs who are right now going around shooting up the place with their guns. And of course, their bullets are actually hitting innocent people. And so with that happening, that is the moment you have the Punisher appear. Now, of course, we all know this. When the Punisher appears and you're the bad guy, it most likely means you are about to die, because to the Punisher, if you commit a crime, you have to die, especially when innocent people are being shot at and hurt. And so with that being said, you have the Punisher actually take out almost every single member of this group of thugs except one, because this last member could basically tell him some very important information that he wants to know. And so with that being said, now we know the Punisher is part of this storyline. Now, we do jump back over to Danny Ketch, who is right now hanging out with his girlfriend, Barbara. And we do see right now the two of them are watching a news report that's being led by a reporter known as Linda Wee. Now, Linda Wee is right now saying in her news report that she believes that Ghost Rider and the Punisher must be the same person. And the reason why she is saying that is because both characters attacked a group of thugs the same night. Now, there was some time difference between the two attacks, but she believes that Ghost Rider and the Punisher must be the same person. Now, to Danny Ketch, he knows there is no way the Ghost Rider is the Punisher, because like I said earlier, when he does transform into the Ghost Rider, he doesn't have control, but he knows what is going on, and he knows that he is not the Punisher. Now, at the same time, Barbara, Danny Ketch's girlfriend, wants Danny to kind of open up more, to talk to her more, because in our last video, when Danny Ketch became Ghost Rider, his sister was badly injured, and she's still in the hospital in a coma as well. And so with that being said, is Barbara trying to get her boyfriend to talk to her more, but he's kind of like, no, I can't talk to you really. I can't tell you what in the world is going on in my life right now, especially the Ghost Rider thing. Now, we do jump back over to the Punisher, and the Punisher just heard the same news report that Danny Ketch and Barbara just heard. And so to the Punisher, he can't believe that Linda Wee, that reporter, believes that him and the Ghost Rider are the same person. But he does now know a lot more about the Ghost Rider, because he heard that the Ghost Rider had taken out a bunch of Kingpin's men. And so now he's wondering if Ghost Rider is actually a good person or a bad person. He truly does not know yet. Now, we do pick up with Danny Ketch right now outside his apartment. But while outside his apartment, he's wondering how in the world can he control the Ghost Rider persona. On top of that, he wants to learn more about it. But with that being said, that is the moment he is confronted by a kid. And apparently this kid is on his way to a nearby warehouse to apparently buy some guns. And so with that being said, you have Danny Ketch get very upset that there is some gang in his area that is selling guns. And so he decides that he is going to investigate about this new gang that is selling guns in his area. Now, you do have Danny Ketch actually go to the warehouse as himself, and he's going to try his best to wing it to hopefully learn more information about the guns that are being sold at this warehouse. But while he is doing that right there, and he does fail actually, the thugs do send him away. But across the street on a different rooftop, you have the Punisher just watching out the area because he also got word about the group of thugs who are selling guns in this area. And with the Punisher, he does not like that. And so right now, he's trying his best to make sure every single piece of information that he already learned is basically true so that he can take out that group of thugs. But also apparently he got word about a particular person who could be behind all of this. Now, later on that night, you do have Danny Ketch actually change into the Ghost Rider persona, and he does head back to the warehouse. But before he enters into the warehouse, that is the moment he realized that someone is watching him, and that someone is the Punisher. And so with him realizing the Punisher is still on the same rooftop from earlier, you actually have the Ghost Rider take his bike and head over to where the Punisher is at. And when he gets there, he begins to attack the Punisher because to the Ghost Rider, the only thing he saw was the Punisher holding a gun in his hands. And so the Ghost Rider believes that the Punisher must have some kind of connection with the group of thugs in the warehouse who's going around selling guns to people in the area. And so now you have the Punisher and the Ghost Rider fighting against each other. Now, with all that being said, the Punisher is realizing that the Ghost Rider is not somebody who can be taken down so easily. He's trying all his different moves and weapons on the Ghost Rider, but nothing is truly working on him. Now, while you have the two characters fighting against each other, well, that is the moment you have both characters fall through the roof of the warehouse. And when they do, they fall right in the middle of the group of thugs who are right now getting ready to sell the guns to the people in the area. But at the same time, we come to find out who is the leader of this group of thugs. And that character is no other than Flag Smasher. Now, if you're new to Marvel Comics and you're wondering, who in the world is Flag Smasher? Well, let me explain. So Flag Smasher is a character that came back in the 1980s, I want to say. But there have been two of them over the years in Marvel Comics. Now, with that being said, most fans don't truly care much for Flag Smasher. But either way, Flag Smasher, his main goal in life as a bad guy is to have the world be under one nation. Meaning that he hates the idea that the world has so many different nations. He believes that the entire world should be under one nation as a whole. Now, the way he is trying to achieve that goal is through different terrorist attacks. And so even though he has a somewhat good idea, his game plan is horrible. But either way, with that being said, you have the Punisher and Ghost Rider now having to work together to fight against the men of the Flag Smasher while Flag Smasher does get away. And so while you have Ghost Rider and the Punisher fighting against the men of the Flag Smasher, you did have Flag Smasher tell them, hey, listen, this building is going to blow up soon, so you might want to leave. And of course, they do leave before the place blows up. But either way, now they know who was behind the guns being sold in the area of New York. Now, while Ghost Rider and the Punisher are leaving the building, that is the moment we see that they found a random thug on the outside. And this thug, of course, would have information on where the Flag Smasher could appear at next. And so you do have the Punisher and Ghost Rider begin the process of interrogating this thug to hopefully gather some kind of information about where in the world the Flag Smasher could appear next. And that is the moment you have this thug tell the Punisher and Ghost Rider that the Flag Smasher is going to appear at a certain location tomorrow night. And so you have our heroes go their separate ways, but planning to meet up with one another tomorrow night to take down the Flag Smasher. Now, later that night, you do have the Ghost Rider and the Punisher meeting up with one another once again to basically stop the Flag Smasher, because the piece of information they got from that thug earlier was correct. The thug was right, that the Flag Smasher was going to appear at a certain location, and he has done that. Now, we do come find out what the Flag Smasher is trying to do, which is that right now, the Flag Smasher gave everybody in the area guns to help him rob different banks in the area of New York. Now, with that being said, you do have the Punisher and Ghost Rider working together to stop the thugs, but to also stop the Flag Smasher. Now, this battle actually does go on for a good few pages. But with all that being said and done, you do have Ghost Rider and the Punisher actually able to stop the Flag Smasher and his plans. But here comes the big problem though. When it comes to the Punisher, if you commit a crime, you should die. And so when it comes to the Punisher, the Flag Smasher should be killed for what he has done. And so with that being said, it's the Punisher getting ready to actually kill off the Flag Smasher. But you did have Ghost Rider actually stop him and say, no, we are not going to do that. We are not going to kill this man. I don't believe in killing people like that. And so with that being said, you have Ghost Rider actually take the Punisher gun, squeeze it so tight to break it. And so with that being said and done, the Punisher realized that they need to leave for two reasons. One, the Punisher knows that he does not stand a chance in fighting against the Ghost Rider. But two, he also realized the cops are almost here. And so you have the Ghost Rider giving the Punisher a free ride out of there. But this is where the story ends. And so with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video. And if you do, please leave me a like down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's comic book video. Later, guys.